This is a release on emptiness, which is often a very non-specific feeling. It's kind of a gnawing feeling that something is off, something is not right, but we don't know quite what it is. And so it can be harder to release feelings that are very non-specific like that, because it's more difficult to feel into it when it's such a peculiar feeling, and also it might be one that we're really, really used to. So we sort of think it is part of us. So how would we release that? Well, let's do it. So whatever that feeling of emptiness, whatever that means to you, could you just allow that feeling to be here? Just allow it, yourself, to feel that emptiness, that sense of something is not right, but I don't know quite what it is. A sort of gnawing feeling. Or could that just be here? Could it just be allowed? Could it even be welcome here? Just could it? And then could you welcome any and all sense that you need to do something with that feeling? That you need to work out what it is, where it's come from, how to get rid of it, what it is that's wrong. So just allowing that sense of, I've got to do something with this feeling, I've got to find out what it is, I've got to analyze it. And could that just be welcome here too? Could that just be allowed? That the mind is trying to work this thing out, trying to do something with it, trying to find out what it is and what would get rid of it. So could you welcome any and all sense that you have to do something with or about this feeling of emptiness? Something's off. And then could you welcome any and all sense of wanting to get rid of this feeling, of wanting to fix it, work out what it is. And could you just allow yourself to want to change it or get rid of it as much as you do? Any sense of you wish you didn't have this feeling, or you wish it wasn't so pervasive, it's all welcome here. Could you just allow that to be here? Any and all dislike of this feeling of emptiness, just allowing it to be here, to be welcome, to be allowed. Because this feeling is quite subtle, it can often be difficult to work out what's underneath it. So let's begin with, is there any sense of wanting to control? Wanting to control yourself, wanting to control how you feel, wanting to control your inner experience, wanting to control what's available to you in life. And could you just allow that to be here? Wanting to control things, wanting to make them different, wanting to change and control how you feel. And could that just be welcome, allowed? allowing all that wanting to control to be welcome. And then if it's willing to, could some or all of that wanting fall away, dissolve and unwind. And then could you just acknowledge or notice any wanting approval, wanting to be loved, wanting to be included, wanting attention, any sense of wanting something from other people, wanting to be part of something, even wanting them to distract you from this feeling. And could all of that just be allowed to be here? Could you allow yourself to want approval, want love, want to be included, just as much as you do in this moment? Could that simply be welcome here, all of that wanting, or even might be longing when it comes to other people, longing for company or longing for connection? Could that just be allowed? Could you be allowed to want that? Just set that wanting free. It's all welcome here. And then could you just open to that as best you can? And then you may notice that as you allow that wanting, as you open to that wanting, you may notice that it softens, that it dissolves, that it becomes less tight and lets go of you. And then could you welcome any sense that you're not safe, that there's something threatening you, there's some sort of danger, even if it's quite subtle. And so that feeling of lack of safety is a wanting security, wanting to be safe, wanting things to be certain. And could you allow yourself to want safety, security, and certainty, just somewhere to go where everything is safe, secure, predictable? Could you just allow yourself to want that as much as you do or as much as you have done? Could that just be allowed to be here? It's all welcome. Wanting to feel safe. Could you just open to wanting that? And then again, maybe you'll feel that as you open to that and simply allow all that wanting to be here and want it can take up as much space, it's all welcome. You may notice that that starts to soften. It starts to feel less tense. It starts to relax and set you free. Setting the wanting free sets you free. And then whatever's still here of this feeling of emptiness, this not quite knowing what the discomfort is sense, could you just allow that to feel as personal as it does? That it's something to do with you or who you are that you feel like this. And that often includes feelings like other people don't seem to suffer it, those people over there don't seem to have it. It just seems to be something that I get, that I experience, that's more difficult for me than it is for other people. And could you just allow that to feel as true as it does? in this moment that this feeling is something to do with you and who you are, that you've somehow caused it, that it's somehow stuck to you, to your personality, to your experience. And just allow that to feel as true as it does right now. Feeling that sense that this is personal, this is about me. This is my discomfort. This is something I have to deal with, or I'm stuck with. And all of that is welcome here. That it's about you or who you are. And then again, could some or all of that start to soften, to dissolve, to unwind. Just as much as it's willing to, just to let go of you. This is my feeling. It's something to do with me. Could that just start to loosen, unwind, and let go? And then whatever's left of that feeling, could you just welcome any attachment you have to this feeling of emptiness? May well be accompanied by a feeling of being an outsider. Somehow you can't join in with the world, you're somehow excluded or somehow away from it. Somehow you're not part of it. And could you allow any attachment to that feeling of not being quite part of the world, of not being included, of not being able to include yourself, somehow outside? Could you allow any and all attachment to that feeling, any wanting to hold on to it, of being somehow outside? This emptiness that's connected with that feeling of you can't find nourishment in the world. And the attachment to it could just simply be because it's familiar, or that you believe you're stuck with it, in which case you may as well try and be attached to it. So just allowing yourself to be as attached to it as you are, or have been. And then could you welcome, or allow, or even acknowledge any repulsion for that feeling, any dislike of that feeling of emptiness, dislike of feeling like a outsider, somehow cut off. Could you allow yourself to be as repulsed by that feeling as you have been, and that to any extent you are right now? Could you allow yourself to dislike it as much as you do? You don't want to feel that way. You don't want to be one of those people who feels outside. You want to be somebody else. And then again, could you welcome any attachment, any holding on to this feeling of I'm somehow empty, I'm outside, I can't get nourishment from the world. I can't seem to quite get there. And could that just be welcome here, the attachment? Any wanting to hold on to that feeling? It's all welcome here. And then again, going to the other side, could you welcome any feelings of repulsion, any disliking that feeling of being other, that feeling of emptiness, that feeling of being somehow outside things, not part of the world? And could you allow yourself to dislike that as much as you have done or as much as you do now? I don't want to feel like that. I want to feel like other people. Could you just allow that to be here? It's all welcome. And then again, could you allow yourself, or just acknowledge, any and all attachment that you feel to that state of mind or that perception or that feeling? Could you just allow yourself to want to hold on to it as much as you do? And could that just be here? Could it just be welcome here? Be allowed. And then again, could you allow yourself to dislike it, to not want it, to want things to be different, to be repulsed by it, to the extent that you have been or that you still are? And could that dislike of this feeling be welcome here? Could it be allowed? Could you just open to that? I don't like it, I don't want it. It's all welcome here. And again, could you allow yourself to feel as attached to that feeling, to want to hold on to it? Any sense that it's part of you? And again, could you allow yourself to dislike it, to want to get rid of it? To be repulsed by it even? And then could you allow the attachment to that feeling simply to be here? Any wanting to hold on to it, make it precious? It's welcome here. And could you welcome your dislike of that feeling, not wanting it, wishing it was different? It's all welcome here. And you may start to notice that with these types of releases, that the attraction and the repulsion start to merge into one when they're both allowed to exist, when they're both welcome. The polarization starts to fall away, which means that the feeling will then release. Because it's the polarization, the I hate it and I love it, I hate it, I love it, I want to get rid of this and I want to keep it. All of that keeps feelings, uncomfortable feelings, very much in place. Because it's almost like they're pulling against one another, which gives it a lot of energy, maybe. So, wherever you are with this release, wherever you are with this feeling of emptiness or this feeling of otherness, could it just be okay with you, right in this moment, to feel like that? Whatever condition you're in, however you're feeling right now, could it just be allowed? Could you simply be allowed to feel just as you do? Could you just leave that feeling alone? Could you just leave it in peace? Let it be. Whatever's left of it. And so as we conclude the release, wherever you are in this moment, could it just be okay? Could you just allow yourself just to be as you are, right in this moment, right now? Just allowing yourself to be just as you are. So we'll leave it there, and thank you. I hope it helped, and see you next time. Thank you.